Good morning, Soapstone. Welcome to the stage,
You won't regret it, Rick. Trust me.
Wally D and Trainer Cal.
All right.
Good morning, everybody! Yay! Thank you, Micah. We got Micah up there training. Well, he's not training. He just became a new producer. Thanks, Micah. Thank you for that. And Elma's up there helping out today while he gets his bearings with everything. So thank you guys for being here. Sturm, always. Thank you for filming for us and everybody that's here today. All the friends. My husband's here today, so I'm excited about that. He took the day off work. He doesn't usually get to come to the show, so it's exciting for me. So,
Nice.
how you doing, Trainer Cal? You doing? Oh, you're flying on your broom today?
I thought I was playing Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Well,
I ended up here.
yeah.
So
Well,
I'm starstruck. Like
we summoned you here. We summoned you here from the game. Sorry, we had to do that.
Funny.
We needed
Could you
you
imagine
here.
that game in VR? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But yeah. What, has anyone got that game? Anyone playing that game lately? Hogwarts Legacy?
I don't know.
Exterminator, you are. And everyone
Yeah.
else is boring. Got it. Cool. I'm going to need security after the show. Can anyone provide security?
No one's gonna help you, Trainer Cal. No one's helping you.
I'm on my own.
Hey, Cal, we thought, we talked about this before. We got some incredibly good things coming up for the Soapstone. And before we get on with our show, we were hoping maybe Aaron could come up and share, a little sneak peek info about the new Soapstone. Aaron, do you mind coming up for a minute? Sharing? Come on, Aaron. Come up.
Look at his fist. Look at his little hands.
Welcome to the Soup Spoon. I think it's the Soup Spoon. I think we
the Soup Spoon.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
The soup spoon.
Yeah, we did. We did get a nasty comment earlier today that our soup spoon looks more like a ladle out there. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
Who would say that? Oh my God.
Yeah, who would say it's a cruel
was
thing?
Orion.
This guy has been fired already, I believe.
Did you see Orion's mean face too? Orion has a mean face today. He's got a mean face.
That's the smelling poopy diapers face, I think.
Oh, is that what that is?
Your trash can away.
We wondered what that was all about. This was all about. So, Aaron, tell everybody what's going on with the Soapstone.
Oh, there's so many cool things happening. One, actually, the soup spoon out there is a callback to something on a Josh Blues set tomorrow, and he's going to be here performing. Actually, we got a secret test show at 9 a.m. Eastern. I guess it's not that secret since I just said it. At 9 a.m. we're going to run a test show in here, and then we've got the published shows that are going to happen in here and in the event space at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 p.m. Eastern, and 11 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 p.m. So,
or whatever your time zone is. Well, the good news is the event space adjusts that for us, so we can look at our own event space.
Events, and if you're in world, it'll now announce that there are events coming up. So yeah, it's pretty easy to find those events now, which is really cool. So we've got that happening tomorrow. This past Friday, we just launched our Soapstone headquarters, the world headquarters of the Soapstone.
Yes,
and,
they're pretty cool too.
That space is super special because it kind of walks people through the history of the Soapstone with the different models that we've had in here, and there's a bunch of inside jokes scattered throughout. There's a chuckle chucker in there in case anybody wants to shoot some smiley faces off a balcony. Which who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
It is, though, exclusively for supporters, because one of the things we did to open up some space in here is what used to be the supporters balcony. We stripped that out to make sure we can have as many people in here with as good frame rate and stuff. I'm sure Herbert knows all about that balancing game. So we cleared that out, and we made an entire world specifically for the Soapstone supporters. So anybody who's on the wall can go there and get in. Anybody who's not on the wall can go there, and they can actually join the wall from there too. And if they join it there, then they'll have it in here as well. So it's all all interrelated, all good things.
And we get to
then-
go in your office and see all those little references in there. They were pretty fun. That was pretty fun being in there. I liked it. It was a
People
good
have
one.
had some fun in there. Alma took little bouncy Aaron and put him on the desk and said she was just coming out of an important meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see that. Yeah.
That was cute. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, people have been having a good time with that Metapop Aaron. That's a little bouncy ball doll.
Yeah.
And actually, I've been noticing it because like late at night I'll be laying in my bed and I'll just have this feeling
Vibration.
like I'm falling, and somebody would have just like chucked him over the balcony.
Yeah, we didn't tell him it's actually a voodoo doll, so
I can
there's
just
that.
tell Orion's going to be in there later, slapping you around the face with a sword. This is a soup spoon. This is a soup spoon. You're just going to have an imprint of a soup spoon on your face.
That's a ladle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So great
that's,
things happening here. This is things
and
are
then,
going.
so
It's flowing.
sometime, I don't have the exact date on it yet, but there's something super exciting coming up. That's a phase 2 of that. Our friends at Inspire Create Labs, who of course are our building partners, they are releasing their world headquarters as well. So
nice.
sometime within the next week or so, that's going to drop, and then on March 3rd. The grand crescendo of it all, we're doing an all-new Soapstone. There will be a lot of familiar components to it, but there will be a lot of new. It kind of feels like we're out in the country right now. We are moving to the city.
The big city. Ooh, this could be great. It's gonna be great. Yeah, nice.
So make sure
Very
you're
nice.
vaccinated, you bring your money, and bring more money because it's expensive in the city.
Just getting there. The transportation alone.
LED will try to steal your most entertainment points, so just be careful. No matter if you're in a big city or not. She's from California. Well, she's not from. She lives in California, and she will do anything.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm not a turtle today. At least you're not calling me a turtle today. So
We got to give a quick shout out here to the Soapstone guy. That's the
Soapstone guy. Hey.
The namesake of the Soapstone.
Yes.
Yeah, good to see
It's
you.
actually Debs.
Yes, we kind of knew that. We knew that.
Yeah.
We recognized the whole thing, the whole look. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I was just having a conversation with some folks earlier this week, and we were talking about how like people become part of the Soapstone. And at one point during that conversation, I said, I haven't seen it yet, but I won't be surprised when I see a Soapstone tattoo on somebody. Like, it's it looks like we have a volunteer, Katniss. Were you throwing confetti? No,
No, she's not into that. No.
I'll make sure I get one before the 25th.
You in the
That way you
market
can see
for
it in
any
person.
Soapstone tattoos?
No.
All right. So it might be a minute yet.
Might be a
before
minute.
we see
Might be a
that.
minute.
Yeah.
All exciting, great stuff, Aaron. We're all really thrilled to do it. We've enjoyed every version of the Soapstone's always gotten better and better. And, one of the things I love about you is you do listen to everyone. You can't take all the suggestions, but boy, when we look around, we see, the input that of people asking for things, and you've done your best to accommodate them. And it's really awesome. So thank you for that.
And that's what makes this place great, in all honesty, is the fact that we take bits and pieces from everybody who's part of this community, and it ends up turning into something far, far better and bigger than any one person could do on their own.
Yes. Yeah,
And
it's
Trainer
great.
Cal, and then the collaborations too, like Trainer Cal is the owner of the Very British Pub, and I just love the fact that even though we're in worlds that are bouncing back and forth on the top 20 on who could be most popular and this and that, like we still can connect and help each other out and build the whole platform. Like it takes a lot of places. Herbert is a good example of that too, and I know he's your honored guest today.
He is our guest today.
But
Yeah.
before he comes up, I just want to say, like, early on in Horizon, I had the opportunity to meet him, and he took me to this this mansion that was built into the side of a cliff, and just kind of walked me through and was talking about his vision and how he creates in here, and it was incredible. And then shortly thereafter that, Metacourt popped up. And
all right, don't be getting into our interview here, Mr. Unemployed.
All right, I'm gonna shut up.
Don't be doing. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
That's by the way, that's what I'll do. You come in, hey, come on and tell us what's going on, and I'm gonna ruin all the surprises.
And you're not ruining it. I'm teasing. Herbert and I had a brief discussion. He's got no problem. He's been interviewed 5 kabillion times. He's going to be just fine up here. But before Herbert does come up,
we say it like this though.
Go ahead.
Before you bring it out, like Herbert's a guy that I've got incredible respect for, and the more that I've learned about him and about what he is able to create and accomplish in this platform, the more I like and respect him. So.
Yes,
got a good
me too.
Guest. You
me
all
too.
are in for a huge treat today.
Yes,
so
we're very
cool.
excited. We're very excited.
I'm
but
gonna get out of here, so I quit.
Okay.
Quit hogging the spotlight.
You know what, Aaron? You're welcome here anytime. We always have these first few minutes for us to catch up on things. So thank you for being here. And this is important news anyway.
I feel
Super
like
important.
I'm getting played off.
Yeah, you're getting played out by Mike. Good job, Micah. Thanks, Aaron.
All right, I'm really leaving.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Aaron. Okay, well, we're going to have Herbert come up, but I did. Orion, do you think we should do this sing out at the end, or would you prefer to do it now? It doesn't matter. Orion's going to come do a song.
It's your show. So
okay, if you don't mind, if we could keep it for the end, would that be okay? Okay, we'll do that. Orion's going to sing us a song. Beautiful voice. We love Orion, one of our greatest producers here. He's got a beautiful voice. He's going to sing.
Orion could just randomly, at any point, just start singing through the show. There's no, it's just spontaneous. You do you, boo. Right. You do you.
Yeah, you do you. Anyway, Herbert has been so patient waiting for us. Herbert, would you join us here up on stage? If you haven't had the pleasure of meeting Herbert, I think you can just jump up, I hope. Then you are missing out. Herbert's one of the original guys in here. My God. Created Metacourt being one that I know everybody knows. Divorces, marriages, federal court, news station, studio, an art gallery. I mean, you name it, he's got his fingers in it. And Herbert, we are so excited to have you here today. Thank you for being our guest.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
I always like to start out with, if you don't mind, give them a little background about yourself so they kind of know who it is that popped into the metaverse and what brought you here.
Well, a little bit about myself is I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. Oh boy, art has always been a part of my life, period. I remember growing up, I told myself that I did not want to become an artist when I grew up, but look at me now. I have a bachelor's of fine arts degree in graphic design from a school called Memphis College of Art in Memphis. Went back to school to take some architectural classes and graduated from that college, became SGA president, and great opportunities there, and got my degree in architectural drafting. And so I learned how to merger my graphic design work and my architectural works into one piece. So I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that's just a little bit background about myself.
Yeah, and it shows. It shows. Your builds are great. They're great. And when I first came here and I saw Metacourt, which I want to hear your inspiration. Was that your first world Metacourt? Or
the Metaversity, I think, was it?
No.
Metaversity.
My very first world is yeah, right, exactly. It is.
Yeah.
The thing about what is, I forget my own world's name. Vibe Metaversity. Yeah, Vibe Metaversity. Actually was mainly like a playground world. Just kind of got in there and started designing things. And this was before we can actually go on our computers and restore our world. So I didn't know anything about editors or anything, and so I brought a buddy of mine in there to show my world, and when I zapped in, it was torn apart. I'm like, oh my god, who destroyed my world? And so I was highly upset, but I got over it, and so I decided to. A friend of mine, Moody Mustafa, um, he told me, "Hey, bro, just change it into something else." So I changed it into like somewhat like a university, but a metaversity or lecture hall where we have different events there. We had a debate event there. We actually had like a graduation ceremony there for Metacourt Meta Marshals. Um, it hosts 32 people, and the world is free for anybody to use. Any talks by Metaversity, that's where it is.
Well, one of the things about you that I found kind of neat was that you tend to build worlds that definitely will engage people. I look at what you build and I'm like, this is a smart cookie right here. You've got there was reasons to be there. There's reasons to stay in the world, like Metacord. I mean, there I couldn't go in that place any time that there wasn't a full room full of people doing all kinds of stuff. When you first came here, was that your intention to what is the most engaging thing, or did it just happen this way? How did you end up with those type of builds?
Well, to be honest, I did not buy the Oculus for Horizon World at all. I purchased the Oculus because number one, it was very inexpensive, and I wanted to use it for my clients in real life when I design architectural works, 3D software that I use to actually give the clients something like Horizon World in a sense, but you can literally walk through the building, but it's like Horizon World on steroids. You can walk in the building, and I tried hooking it up to my software. It worked, but I wasn't feeling it. And I said, well, how could I actually, use this to for something else? And I could kind of build. And I Googled it, the Oculus, and I found Horizon World. And of course, we couldn't get into Horizon World because it was certain select people. So venue was my spot. I love meeting people from all different countries. I mean, I don't care where you're from. I want to know about you. I want to learn
The
about you. I want to learn
best.
about your culture. And I met some very cool people that I really miss. Um, but so I would talk to them about Horizon World, and I'm like, I need to get in Horizon World. So I was just kind of speaking it out, hoping Meta would hear me. I'm like, hey, here I am. And and one day I got invited. I'm like, thank you. Great Zuck. And so I was I got in here, and I was building for other people, and I said, well, I need to build something that's kind of, you know, make me laugh or something. And I searched, and I heard, a court. I'm like, you know what? Let me try building a court. And MetaCourt actually sat there for a minute. We had here and there little bits of people there, and I was okay with that. I really was. I'm like, cool, have fun. I'm not gonna play in my world because I don't know how to play court. I don't even play MetaCourt. And one day, the I guess the start of the influx of people coming in was Southern Edibles and Katniss Everclean. And if is it okay for them to come up here? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course it
Sure.
is,
Come on
yeah.
up.
And,
Come
and
on up.
They're happy to, yeah.
these
Come on up.
these two ladies, Katniss
Yeah.
and these two ladies are like literally my second in command. It's like when I'm
Come on.
not
Sit here,
handling,
Southern.
business in Metacourt, um they really hold it down for me. And I told them this, which I pray nothing happens to me. I don't believe nothing's gonna happen to me, but I'm like, hey, if anything will happen to me, boom, Metacourt is you
Oh.
all's, but because I really trust them. So they ended up um actually I think they was at a comedy club, and
We were at a
Southern, I
comedy
think it was
club.
Southern.
Mhm.
Southern was like, "Hey, there's a court," and Cat was like, "Oh, let's go." And so, and next thing you know, a lot of people came in, and when they first met me, they thought I was mean, but I wasn't mean. I'm like, listen, play fair, but it's a long story. And they ended up, that's before like I really worked on my security. They ended up taking the taser, not them, but it was a player, and literally zapped me before we had the jail. We had like this long everlasting hallway that you will walk very slowly forever. So they zapped me to my own hallway, and I was like,
He told us play fair, and somebody was like, "Pow!" I said, "Oh, it's over. It's over. We're banned. We need to leave now."
so
The world created.
Metacourt. I'll probably say Metacourt was probably like I would say my first successful world. But I'm a big person that loves to collaborate with people. When I started building Metacourt, Southern would come in. Well, I think it was, yes, Southern would come. Cat would come. This guy named Victor 3000. He's my good friend. Moody, See Me Bro. All of these people, before they actually started to build, they would literally just come in my world and just sit. And I'm like, "But y'all have something else to do?" And they're like, "No." And then they would get small and just inspect everything that I do, and 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 just to see them grow as Eagle Eye Eric, just to see them grow as spread their wings and just create their own worlds now, and that that really makes me proud. I encourage all of my friends. I'm like, listen, get out of my world, get out of the back end, go and build whatever you need to build, and I will support you. I will place your door in my world. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. I truly have met genuine, true friends here that literally
Yay.
like we talk on the phone. Like I talk to
Three,
my
Yeah.
4 hours
friend
at a
Moody.
time
You right? I
Yeah.
talk to my friend Moody.
on
Moody
three
is
way.
is from
Oh yeah.
it's from Toronto. So, he called me. He's not on Horizon World a lot, but he hit me up, say, "Bro, what you doing?" I'm like, "Man, nothing." And the fun fact, when we Metacourt has its own ecosystem in a sense. Of course, in every world you will have a troll group. People gonna come in your world, just gonna clown. And then you also have a group that literally comes into your world and play the role in your world, just like Soapstone. You have certain events people come to listen. Same with Metacourt. Katniss, her work experience as a supervisor, you know, um, with Southern. Eagle Eye Eric, he is a lieutenant in real life. He was the chief of Metal Marshals. Um, we literally had like just a staff of people, and even now we have the best lawyer contest that's going on. We have like a real lawyer like Farron. He's a real attorney from Florida, so he brings his skills there. So knowing that's his forte and what he does, of course he's gonna come in here. No, this is wrong. That is wrong. I just told him, listen, man. Nobody really wants to be in real court, but just kind of, just kind of
Yeah,
like,
true, but it is giving people, those who just want to play can play. Those who are trying to maybe, do I want to do this as a living someday? I mean,
exactly.
or I'm a student and I'm practicing and I know that's going on in there. And what an amazing experience. You can get as close to the real thing as possible in here, and you're dealing with complete strangers. So, you've got to be on your best behavior and your skills. I think it's great. And like I said, anytime I went in there was a case going on and people were trying hard to keep the clowning down, and let's make this an experience. And I thought it developed into quite an amazing place.
We actually had. I'm sorry. We actually. And you said something about people going there practicing to be lawyers. We actually had like real lawyers, literally, to just come in and sit. We have law students that come in and practice. We actually had a real state judge
Yeah.
to come
nice.
in, and
That's cool.
and so it's really just a learning tool. And we actually have children. At first, with the influx of children come in, children are like fleas. You just can't get rid of them all. And so at first I would tell them to pull the children out, but I'm like, no, because they're going to keep coming. We're going to give the children something to do. So actually we let the children play a part of the case. And to be honest, the children are actually better than the adults.
And there are a lot of
really
kids,
good.
a lot of kids.
They're really
Yeah.
good. Some of them are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
They
our
are,
first
and we
lawyer,
always-
our first best lawyer in the Metaverse contest was he was 15 or 16. 16, I want to say. He actually beat out like 7 or 8 adults. But he had been practicing
great.
under the lawyer that comes to MetaCourt. He's been really showing him and teaching him real legal language and arbitration and stuff like that. So
That is
he's
so awesome.
really good.
That
This
is
kid can
awesome.
get himself out of trouble if he wanted to. I'm
It's
pretty
kind of
sure that he can
educating,
get his, he can get his way out of
youth on
trouble.
the justice system as well, isn't it? Really, like kids at a young age
true.
don't understand what court is.
He has
and
an
why
internship
people end
now.
up there until they're too. Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
and he has an
That
internship
is
now.
That
fantastic.
is amazing.
So-
He has
That's
an internship.
great.
So because of your world, you've created someone an opportunity. That is incredible.
Yeah.
It's
so,
incredible.
so with the children, what we did, the first court, I duplicated the world, and I'm not gonna lie, I think we called it Meta Court Kids or something like that, and we made it colorful color. It literally looked like
was
a
a fail.
daycare. And we made the gavel.
A duck.
When they hit the gavel, it was a duck.
Yeah.
Quack, quack,
Oh,
quack.
they hated that. They hated it. They protested. They petitioned
They
him.
So
Yeah, you got all these features.
They know the
Agreed.
law.
So I asked one of the children. I asked them. It's one of the children. I said, so let me ask you all this question. I gathered them together. I'm like, listen, why don't you all go into you all's court? You all, the taser is free. You can shoot everybody to jail. I don't care. Have fun. It's for, as a matter of fact, if an adult comes in here and disruptive, you all can pull them out. So the children like. And so what we do is, we kind of like adopt the children in a sense. We had one kid, Anthony the goat spelled backwards.
Yep.
He will
Because he really misspelled it. Because he really misspelled it.
And so I don't know what happened to his Oculus. Maybe his grades was failing and something like that, and his mom took it away. But we in honor of him, we made the hallway Anthony the Goat corridor.
That's awesome. Can I just go sideways for 1 second? Because we touched on this yesterday with a group of people I was talking to. We do tend to be annoyed with kids because there's a lot of bad behavior, but there's a lot of bad behavior from adults. So, we got it both ways here. But what I was explaining to them yesterday that I have seen, there are kids in here that for whatever reason, not that their parents are bad, but their parents are too busy, or they're having to work a couple jobs, and so this does essentially become a babysitter of sorts. And some of them long for the security of adults around them so that they feel safe. It's all great to go play with the kids, but they like hearing the assured voices of the adults and the security of it, right? It gives them a sense of rootedness. There's several of them. Like we've got Deb, who's got an amazing, I think he's right there, Soapstone guy. He is an amazing mom. He's got an amazing mom. She's right there with him on that headset. But he still loves to be around the adults at the Soapstone, and he's learning some great behaviors here. And as these kids are learning great behaviors, modeling from you guys. So, I say give them a chance to model the good behavior before we just, ban them and treat them that way.
Absolutely.
These two ladies, for some reason, the kids,
they follow us.
The kids like me
in groups,
but they don't like to listen to me.
They call him the principal. They call him the principal.
But Southern, they love her. I mean, when I tell you, they literally just flock to her, and I mean, she can, I can tell the kids, listen, you need to calm down, and but they will bypass me and go straight to them. We're creators. I'm like,
I know, and they
here,
always say
here I
that.
am.
Like his name is on the wall. His name on the wall, right there.
But we love the
It's
kids.
not
We
a
really love the kids. We love
Yeah.
the kids.
yeah.
And now-
and also we mentor them too as well. We take them
Yes,
into build mode.
yes,
Teach them how to build.
yes,
Definitely take that
yes.
energy. And they're creative.
Yes.
That's one thing that Anthony picked up from us. The creativity that you see them grow. I mean, that's one thing from Anthony I think he got from us was that interest in actually, I mean, he's in that age range where he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. They know they're into computers. They know they're into graphics. They know they're into video games. But how do you put this together and make it productive? Especially with all that energy and all that raw talent and all those great ideas. They actually come up with some really good
Oh,
ideas.
yeah.
And you're like, what? So definitely, we've definitely taken them to some worlds. And a lot of times when the kids act out in Metacore, I know Herbert was up one night, and I was like, "Where you at?" He's like, "I'm in the world teaching the kids from Metacore how to build." And I'm like, "What?" I couldn't even get in. I was like, "Have me going. I want to come in." But
That's
just
wonderful.
to see that they have that interest, and especially from him, like I've learned a lot from him. So absolutely, like definitely.
Y'all forgetting one thing. Herbert just built a podcast for youth.
Oh, yeah.
He saw them in another podcast, and he was like, and they was telling him like, hey, I want a podcast, but I don't know how to build as much. So we all collectively got together as a team and built like a mini podcast room
Podcast
for
for
them,
them.
and
Nice.
they've been in there every weekend.
Yep, having their own little podcast. They even have a page for it
Nice.
now. Like they
That
take in
is
what they see
fabulous.
us and everybody create and put it for their generation, their age group, which is appropriate, and their peers.
That's wonderful.
So absolutely, yep.
That is amazing, and I'm so appreciative of that. We have Soapstone Junior here. Orion, who's right out there, is our host, and so on Saturdays we have a junior-driven show, and we have some amazing kids stepping up and becoming producers and talk show people, and trivia game runners and all kinds of great stuff. So yeah, I think if the adults would just turn the attitudes around to let's mentor these kids, and they will go off and do their own things, right? As opposed to just being here. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I did want to move on, you guys, to your other worlds. Like Herbert, we know we've got several courts and the marriage and all that stuff, but we wanted to focus a little bit on your news network. You said it's kind of got a new life lately, so maybe we could talk about that just a little.
Yeah, I created a news network called Meta Network News. So it's MNN. So it kind of spin off of CNN with the whole logo type branding. And so we have we also have children that are participating in that as well. We have a great group of people. They're literally a young lady came to me and she said that she wanted to do some news broadcasting within the metaverse and real life, and I okayed her. And I just told her, hey, as long as you don't, throw chairs or anything, and of course we know we can't move anything in the metaverse; it's all permanent. But I told her, hey, go ahead and have fun, and just enjoy yourself. And my only rule is just respect others. That's it. So that's my, it's not a new world, but it's a world that's kind of in rebirth again, along with some more worlds that I have. Of course I created my studio, but also created another part, which is the podcast. And so literally upstairs, but in a whole different world. And we like literally have guests lined up right now. One guest that I have is a good guy that I know, Rick Party. He's inside of the entertainment business, and him, Southern Edibles, and myself, we're going to set that up and
Yeah, he
do
was
an
announcing
interview
for
and actually
ESPN, right?
Yep,
He's
right.
and also for
ESPN.
That's
ESPN.
right. Yeah.
He's also a disc jockey in Chicago. He's been a
Yep,
guest on our show. He was a great person to interview. So yeah, he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a voiceover artist. He's a very
Absolutely.
talented man. Yeah.
So what we're doing now, I'm building literally a real podcast because most people just say they have a podcast, but it's really not a podcast. But they have a podcast world. But we're gonna connect that to the real podcast. I am big on studio work as well, and I'm mixing in things. So I found a way is where I can actually record inside of Horizon World, import the audio inside of my studio software, fix it up, add effects to it, and connect it to a real podcast. So this is going to be like a real thing. It's called Vibe 901 Studio Podcast.
Yeah.
And so it's very good. My other world that I think you mentioned earlier was the wedding chapel.
Yeah.
So
I know that gets some action. I have heard these people all run into the wedding chapel. I've seen it. It's been great. Yeah.
People would just get married that night to get married.
Listen.
Married once.
When I created the world, I didn't have the wedding music in it. I still had like dun 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 the wedding, the medical thing.
The people's court.
Somebody got married to, and so this young lady right here, you asked me about the apparel, the dresses.
Go on.
The wedding dresses and the
The
outfits
wedding
you guys
dress.
had. Yeah.
Southern can tell you more about that.
Yeah, because I looked at that and I thought,
Go
how
away.
fun you can put on this wedding dress and this tux, and there's champagne glasses and a cake. This is really fun, right? So I was looking at it and I wondered if people were
What?
allowed to utilize those. I didn't see a way to just take it down. So are they? Do they get to wear those during
Why
the
can't
ceremony?
Dad do it?
At first, I would say yes, because I did make it an attachable, and also the tuxedo as well too. But because of the space, unfortunately, we did have to lock it into the little glass case, which you've probably seen.
I do, yeah.
But yeah, the idea, like you said, we all be in one space, building, talking. He's doing his thing, and I said,
Told you between the
where's
hours.
the wedding dress? You know, it needs champagne, it needs the cake.
Yes, yes.
Herbert
The flea
added
market.
2 thrones. Oh yeah. So we got a thing, right? We'll get together in a blank world. We'll either call it brainstorm, flea market, or whatnot, and we'll just compile all of our ideas together. And so when we're
Nice.
ready to do our own thing, we'll just go back into the build, pull something out, and boom.
Play around with scripts and
Yeah,
shapes
there
and
you
just
go.
things.
Yeah,
Trust world,
yeah.
brainstorming.
And who knows? Maybe we'll get more capacity at a later date, and all of these things
Oh,
can
God,
can
hopefully.
work themselves out. That would be awesome,
Oh, yeah.
right? It might happen. It might happen.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we could probably talk with the three of you all day, and it would be so interesting, and I'd love to. But I was hoping to give the audience a chance to ask some questions. Are you guys okay with that, or is there anything else we need to cover right now before we go to that?
Oh no, it's nothing to cover.
Are we
Not
okay
for
with
me.
that?
Yeah.
All right.
that's
Well,
fine.
let's go to our audience. Sturm, do you want to start us off with questions?
What has been your biggest challenge, and how have you overcome that in the metaverse?
You all want to go first? Ladies first.
Balancing time in real life, and still enjoying the time here and being creative here. So balancing time, because you can easily get in here at 9 o'clock and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're like, oh my God, I have to go to work in the morning. I have a life. Balancing.
Oculus
gotta
time
get that
is
balance.
different to real life
It's
time, isn't it?
way off
an
the
hour in
reality.
here is equivalent to 6 hours outside the headset.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Especially when you got a good rhythm going
Oh yeah,
and
oh,
you're
yeah.
doing things and sharing ideas. It can
Oh,
go.
yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest challenges, though.
Mhm.
One of my
What about you,
challenges
Southern?
is kind of like an artist block. You always want to, like me personally, I always want to give somebody a build that can make them feel good. I'm not a person where like tell me this, tell me that. I want to take your idea and bring it to life. So I would say a little artistical block is sometimes hard for me.
I think for me is Well, I probably say it was a challenge, but I learned how to take breaks, and that's why I tell people take the Oculus off. Sometimes just if it's a day. Now, Southern and Katniss, they get on me because they said my day extends until like 2-3 weeks. But 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 you have to like find balance in whatever that you do. You just don't want to be on an Oculus all day and you have like bills. So unfortunately for me, I'm blessed to work from home. So that kind of frees me up. But I know at first I used to literally be on here all day, all night, and it literally was affecting my body. And so, I have to just find the time to, okay, I need to take a breather. I love you all, but give me about 2 days and I'll be right back.
That's awesome, and that is good
So
advice.
important.
But I'm gonna say this: and you guys might have seen it too. Have you guys noticed there's a trend of people on treadmills when they're in here? Have you started to see this? Right? So no,
Really?
don't laugh. Don't laugh. Yeah,
Yes.
they come up
Yes,
and they're moving
yeah.
like this. And so I don't know if y'all know Super.
Oh,
Do you guys
God.
know Super? So
Yes,
Super comes up and I'm
he
like,
loves his
Super,
workout.
you're on your treadmill again. How's it going? And he goes, I've lost like, I don't know. I think he lost 20, 25
best
pounds
way.
or whatever. I'm like,
That's what
I'm
talking about.
getting me one of those. They have ones now they call walking pads that aren't even
Yep.
electric. You slip on into your bed, and I'm thinking, as long as I could hold on to something, but I'm scared I'm gonna start talking. And
Mhm,
that could
mhm.
happen to me. That could be
I
very
know,
bad.
like-
You know, if I
Make sure you
walked
got
as much as
first
I'm
aid
on
kit
this
at home,
Oculus,
mate.
that would be a stitch.
She's gonna need
If
it.
I walked
Right?
as much as if I walked as much
That's what
as
I'll be
I mean, I'll
skinny.
be
It'll happen.
super
Yeah.
small.
Great. Who else has a question? Who's got a question here?
question,
Oh, there's Super. Hi, Super. Are you on your treadmill right now?
What is the
He inspires me completely. Do
just
you want to
got
come up
off.
and talk about it? You what? Oh, you just got off of it? How
I
is it
just got
going?
off,
Have you
yeah.
lost have you lost more weight? How you doing?
Oh yeah,
You're my
I'm doing good.
inspiration.
I'm doing
Yeah?
good. Well, pounds are starting to shred. I'm happy, getting ready for summer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome stuff, mate. Keep up the
So
good work.
awesome.
Enjoying it.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay. Who's got a question for these guys? Frat, do you have one? Do you have a question?
Yeah, I got one.
You can hop up if you want, or
I
Go ahead.
can. Oh.
yeah,
Look at-
there you
it
go. Go
usually
ahead, ask your
spawns me
question.
all the way across the map. Okay, cool.
Yeah, go ahead, ask your question.
Yeah. So I'm afraid I haven't seen your worlds yet. I'm going to check. When you started out as new creators, how do I ask this? How hard was it to find people to help you, of course, script? Because I, as a new creator, have been finding it's a little difficult to find people to help, because not everybody wants to give away their scripting secrets, because it's a lot that goes into it. I understand. I'm not upset with that. So I guess my question is, as new creators, how did y'all break into that, I guess? And because it can be hard.
Oh, that's my
Oh,
thing right there. That's what I took off doing. So my world's unpublished under this account. I have Katniss Everclean, not the two. So it's my backup one, just because I rotate them. But when I remember my first build, I built Southern actually took me in the world, taught me how to build. Well, showed me, came back, checked on me. And then when I actually built Meta High School, when we had the top 100, that was my world. And it was on top 100 for a good little bit. And I remember Herbert came in and was like, hey, this is a nice scene, but it doesn't do anything. Like the kid's gonna run, then what? And I said, man, so I had struggled. Let me get a scripter now. Herbert had a scripter that worked with him a lot, but scripters always busy scripting. So what I decided to do was start approaching scripters like, hey, teach me. Give me a class. And then I started doing things on my own. I had a little bit of experience in tech anyway. I just had to get in and learn the lingo, see what works with what, how this goes with what. So fortunately, I got with people like we've had Simi come around, Simi Bro, Austin the Wise, amazing. We've had Code Engineer, and I just pretty much got with them instead of asking them to do it, asking them to teach me. Because even if they did it for me, I still wanted to understand the language. So
Exactly. Same. Me too.
yeah, sometimes it's just about time, and people they get
Mhm.
busy, and scripts get
Because
complex.
you won't
and-
always have that
yeah.
scripter to help you out. Exactly.
Yeah. But I think the time balancing with them is just like everybody else's time. It's sometimes hard for them to balance. They might be on their project, another project helping.
Mhm.
So, and I find it's less scripters than it is builders. So
Yeah.
it's one of those
I've
things.
noticed
I
that
think
too.
it hasn't caught up yet. So just kind of getting with them, tagging along. Hey, let me just kind of same thing like I did when I met Herbert. Just tag along a little bit.
I know I know for me, uh what was the first scripter? I actually had well, number one, it can be a challenge to find a scripter. It can be. And you have some scripters that some will actually jump in the world and help you out, but some actually charge. And sometimes it can be a pretty penny. Sometimes depends on the scripter. I know for me, I had Oculos. He came to me
Oh,
once,
nice.
and he said, "Hey man, I would like to help you, script some things in Metacourt. If you trust me, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Sure." And he was a part of the. He helped me out, and then next thing I had See Me Bro. The funny thing, the guy of Metafeud. Funny story is this guy kept glitching up to the Metal Marshal booth. And I'm like, "Who are you?" and so he just sitting there. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" "Oh, just recording." And I'm like, "Why are you up here?" Because I had the taser in my hand and I was about to, sit in jail. Or no, I think we had the long hallway. And and he said, "Man, you don't remember me?" I'm like, because I talked to so many people. I'm like, "No." He said, "I took you to my to the club that I had. And I told you I help you describe. I've been reaching out to you." And I was like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. I couldn't put the pictures together from Facebook to this." I said, "Man, hey man, he was about to get zapped to the hallway, bro." and so and so what you see some of Metacourt is See Me Bro scripting, and then we had a code engineer to come in. So I will have different volunteers um gratefully will help me to come and script, and I built a relationship with them. It's all about building relationship. Go out of your comfort zone. Leave the box of people. I'm not saying don't forget the box of people that you're accustomed to, but go in different worlds, mix and mingle, introduce yourself. You never know who you're gonna meet because
So true.
because I
Absolutely.
came in here and I was like, let me go to Soapstone. Wait a minute, and I met Lottie. I'm like, "Oh, Herbert," I'm like, "Okay, cool." That was quick. But yeah, hope that answered your question, man.
And
Yeah.
also,
Yeah, it did.
Frater, as well, with the Horizon, sometimes if you go into your home space, it has different tutorials for you. So if you open
That's
up the
true.
script box and just get familiar with what it says and just look through it, and then also, Vidu have now his videos are about an hour long, but if you have the attention span to pay attention, he'll walk you through different scripts. But I would say first, just go inside Horizon and play with it first.
Okay. Well, thank you
Yeah.
very much, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
You
thank you.
Thanks for that
talented
question,
people.
Frater. That was a good
Absolutely.
one. That was a good one. I think Aaron's
Just
getting ready to
to-
hop up on the stage. There he is. You
Just
got
to
your
quickly
microphone
add
off,
to that,
though.
Freda,
Yes,
as well.
ma'am.
You're muted.
The Horizon Creators Discord, people in there are so helpful. Like
Yes.
because I live in the UK, time zones are hard for me to meet with scripters, so I tend to
Yeah.
pose the question in the chat, and
Yeah.
I get floods of responses. So use that as well, bud. Get into
What
if
is
you
it
want. Cause
How do
it's
you
the,
access
if,
that?
I've got you on Discord
The
anyway, haven't I? So
Discord.
Yeah.
let me invite you to the page. It's fantastic, mate. You won't regret being in there.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're
For
welcome,
sure.
All right.
Yeah. Wow. What a spectacular show. I've just been sitting there in the audience just enjoying this. Herbert and Katniss and Southern Edibles. Again, just so much respect for you guys and what you do, especially when you start getting into how can we engage and empower kids and help them to be accepted and growing in this platform. That's hugely important and just incredible. I know we're getting close to the end of time. Lolly, I'm actually checking my time on my wrist. I'm not flipping you off. But I know we're getting close to time, and Orion was going to close us out in a song. And I had an idea during this, because we've got a group of people here. We have not had anybody perform at the new Soapstone yet, and we've got that members only preview
exciting.
world. And I'm wondering if we might be able to slide over there and
Wow.
have him perform, be our first ever performer on stage.
I'll do that.
That would be so
Very, very
awesome.
cool.
Let's
Very
go.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have thrown invites
great.
out to people as I was able to. So if you've gotten an invite, you should have an alert on your wrist. If you accept that, then you'll be able to join the world. But it's a closed invite only world. So you won't be able to invite anybody else in. And
Do I have to
just
end
ask
recording?
Yeah, go ahead. You can end your recording.
We won't want to record it yet.
Yeah.
That is the one thing that I ask. Like, don't take any photos of it yet, because it's all still in development.
Exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah. So
VIP treatment.
so cool.
I love
So with
it.
that, if that
right,
sounds good to you
Orion.
guys, I'll let you finish it up. But I wanted to get that out there before.
That would be great,
before it
Aaron.
ended.
So wait, before you say that, would we see the invite right now? Because I don't see one. So what?
I already have one.
Oh, I already have
Well,
one. So how do we? You going to open a portal or something? How are we going to get there?
So, will is when it's time to go. I don't want to derail this unless I already have. But when it's time to go, we could walk through how to join.
Okay. We're just going to see if anybody else has any other questions, and then we're ready to go, right, guys? So, do we have any other questions from anybody? Anybody got something they want to?
It wasn't so much a
Go ahead,
question.
Mike.
Just
Come
wanted to
on
say
up. Come on, hop up.
Okay, I was just wanted to say congratulations, because I've been in the Meta Court maybe half a dozen times so far, but every time I've been in there, I've been kind of blown away by how serious everyone takes it, especially the youngsters who must be learning kind of good skills. And especially with the rise of AI, they say like lawyers and therapists are like the last people that are going to be made redundant. So it might be good like experience for them to, learn about a trade that will still they might actually go on to in real life.
Yes.
So
Yep.
I think that's
Beautiful,
great. It's a great
isn't it?
thing.
It's
Good to
great.
see.
It's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Well
Thanks, Mike. That was important and really great thing to say. Anybody else before we take off? We got anybody else? Are we good? All right. I think we're good, Aaron.
Can I say one
Thank
thing
you,
real quick?
three.
Just real
Yes,
quick.
ma'am. Go
To
ahead.
Unemployed Alcoholic and Herbert, I do want to say I do love the ecosystems and the groundwork you guys have laid as creators in here. I remember when I first hopped in the metaverse, Soapstone was one of the first places I came to. It was like the social spot, like everybody was here. And I've watched it change over time and grow. And the same thing with Herbert and his brand and growing. And even the support is like even just amazing how you guys, look how many people are here supporting you, how many people you guys are giving opportunity to. It's really, truly amazing. You guys have wonderful
And if you
things, as I
notice
can
the common
tell.
denominator, the common denominator is these two empower other people. These two are
Absolutely.
not, this is mine,
Yeah.
don't touch, don't look. Y'all are
Absolutely.
like, bring it. Let me show
Yeah,
you. Come
absolutely.
here,
So
share.
if nobody told
right?
you both that, man, look, that is the highest form of gratitude. Like that really separates people from me when they want to bring people with them who want to learn and just learn from them and be in their presence and just be in these places, because this is an amazing place to be. I love the metaverse. Can't wait for it to get bigger.
Yes.
But absolutely, guys, I'm telling you guys, you guys are my heroes. So
Thank you.
I just want to say this in front of everybody.
Alma, can we get rid of the talk show thing? And then if we don't mind, everybody hop up. Let's take a quick picture and then Aaron will